Frankenberry,
Okay.
Chocula, and then an Ecto Cooler.
Sweet. Yeah.
So now we're doing more brunches too, so
Yeah,
you're not nice. Just let me know and
Yeah, absolutely.
get you some comps.
Hi, I'm Becca Whitaker. Subscribe to Raze Chaos.
What's next?
And then it'll ask a few words.
And welcome back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and last week we had a very unique situation with a independent comic and independent comic with a totally non-DC, non-Marvel character. And this week we do have a Marvel character. It is a Target exclusive, of course, because Target does more than any of them. But this one is also very unique in a lot of ways. This one kind of cracked me up when I saw this, because this is one of the, I mean, they have done some really questionable covers, and this one has to land in the questionable covers. And we're going to put this guy away real quick, and we're going to talk about why it's so questionable. So, what's so questionable about it? I mean, you've got original Ghost Rider #1. A Ghost Rider #1 is not really all that interesting. This one came out in '92. Lord knows there were plenty of Ghost Rider in '92. Dan Ketch as Ghost Rider was killing it, dragging all kinds of attention into the Marvel comics, just to go along with Spider-Man and Punisher and Wolverine. They were all just the big guys. As a matter of fact, they actually did a short storyline called the New Fantastic Four, which they keep referring to. I keep seeing it referenced constantly, but it was only 2 issues long. And the New Fantastic Four was the Incredible Hulk, though he was the Gray Hulk. He was Mr. Fix-It. You had Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and everything. You had Wolverine, and then you had the Dan Ketch Ghost Rider, and that was the New Fantastic Four for all of 2 issues. But he was part of that edgier thing that Marvel was doing right then. I do believe there was a cameo of the Punisher in that storyline. But the Dan Ketch Ghost Rider was a big part of that. Now, this is not the Dan Ketch Ghost Rider. Dan Ketch Ghost Rider was a total reboot because they could not get... basically, you get an old character, you've got to revamp him to make him relevant for the time, and that's what Dan Ketch was. He was like a new version of him. This, however, is actually the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, the original Ghost Rider, as it says on the cover. And so in order to capitalize the hot property that was Ghost Rider, because you already had like a hot Ghost Rider series, how can you expand on that relatively easy? Does anybody have any Johnny Blaze stories they could tell and everything? At the time, they didn't yet. They did have Johnny Blaze as a character in the Ghost Rider series, kind of as in a mentor situation, but he wasn't linked to the Ghost Rider just yet. Eventually the two did coexist, and they've made more since, but at the time they weren't really ready to knock on that door. So yeah, in 1992, it even says it right on the package here. It says it right up here in the corner, but I can read it on the back here. It says, presenting the first appearance of Johnny Blaze. No, it doesn't say that. It says representing the first appearance of Johnny Blaze. So here in 1992, they did the original Ghost Rider, and they put it out as the original Ghost Rider in the thing. what it was a reprint of Marvel Premiere, Marvel Spotlight, number 50 or something, which was the first appearance of Johnny Blaze. So in 92, you had them just basically slap another cover on this older comic, and they just reprinted it and put it out, which is a great idea. Now, where it gets really weird is, why are we getting a Funko cover, a comic cover, of a reprint? Like, I mean, it's a great cover and everything, but it's just kind of like, why don't we get that Marvel Premiere number 50 as a cover with the original Johnny Blaze comic cover? This is where it gets really strange. It's just like, this was a reprint with a new cover, and they decided to do the cover on that one. And that just seems incredibly strange. The only thing I can think of is maybe they're trying to get a boost on the back issue, if you want to go in and pick this back issue up. But that doesn't make a lot of sense, because Marvel has combined so much of their library into graphic novels to where you could get, you could not only get the first appearance of Johnny Storm, but like the entire storyline, or the whole storyline series that he was in. You can get all that in a trade paperback. So why not do the cover of the trade paperback or the original cover? Yeah, why do a reprint? That, I don't get that. That is so strange. I mean, it is a great cover. I mean, you've got him on there, and this was actually a second go around on this one, because when I first ordered this, the Ghost Rider was actually not attached to the base. When I opened it up, it was like he was like sitting on the top, and he just slid around inside. And yeah, a lot of back and forth a little bit trying to get this thing reordered and get me a proper one, which I got. And they made me send the broken one back, I guess, as proof. Which, I mean, that's fine, but it still would have been cool to have that little broken Ghost Rider going on there. But yeah, I'm glad I have this. Okay, so it looks like it's a Jimmy Palmiotti cover, which this would have been one of his earlier things. So I guess that it would be like be a big reason as to why, when you've got a pretty popular artist now showing his 1992 work, that like clears it up a little bit. But that's still, I mean, as far as character wise, why would you do that? Why would you do the cover of a reprint? Especially when you can do the actual cover. Even if you did the cover of one of the reprints, they did that with them. With one of the other questionable covers was they did a Doctor Strange pinup, which wasn't actually a cover, but they did use that same image as a pinup to one of the Marvel Masterworks hardcovers. It just who makes those decisions, and who makes these weird decisions? That's what I want to know. But if you want to check that out, I do have a playlist of the Marvel covers, or not Marvel covers, but all the covers in the channel. So if you're interested in seeing more of these comic book covers, there's a whole playlist. I get every single one as they come out. I do a video as I get them, and leave them all there for everybody to go through. This is my favorite thing that Funko does, and I can't, they can't give them to me fast enough. But if you are interested in seeing more of these, like I said, I do them all. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, to get your weekly fix of a of a comic book cover. Because if I got it, I'm gonna do it. There are weeks where I don't have them, but we don't like to talk about those. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and got this little history of this specific issue, as bizarre as it was. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. And never forget, the life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're going to be defined.